am Alethea Felton, and welcome to the Power Transformation Podcast. If you're struggling in your life with self-sabotaging and negative thoughts that leave you feeling stuck and limit you from moving forward, I can help you. As a holistic health and empowerment coach, I help people identify, challenge, and conquer those thoughts in order to make simple and practical changes to improve overall wellness. Let's remove those limitations, for the time is now to create your power transformation. Hey, y'all, we have made it. We have made it to the end of the year. Can you believe that? Can you believe that 2023 is practically over? In just a few more days from when I am recording this, we will be in 2024. It is that time of year, and I am super excited about it. What I want you to do, though, y'all, this episode, please listen to this more than once, even at the beginning of the year, because I think it's going to give you some really valuable information. It's insightful, and it gives us a way of looking at things going into the new year. And I really want you to also share this. Let two people, just two people at least that you know, let them know about this episode. Send them the link of this episode so that they can hear it and that they can apply what we're going to talk about today. As usual, I always like to start with an affirmation. So we're going to say the affirmation. I'll say it once and you repeat it. I am committed to setting clear intentions and taking consistent actions towards achieving my goals. That was a mouthful, so I'm going to actually say it again, slower. Repeat after me. I am committed to setting clear intentions and taking consistent actions towards achieving my goals. Yes, y'all, that's what we're going to do. That's what we are going to do. I'm going to give you some steps today that will help you to set your intentions for a fresh start. I realize that sometimes people may not like the concept of New Year resolutions, but this is my take on them. I set intentions for a new year. Resolutions, I just don't do them because resolutions are a resolve to something, okay? And an intention can be set. What I've found is that an intention can be set in a shorter increment, okay? So when we talk about intention, this is what we have to keep in mind. An intention is simply a clear and focused goal or an objective that you set for yourself. Now, the difference is this, y'all. It is more than what you wish or something that you desire. So sometimes with a resolution, you can say, I'm setting a new year resolution to lose 10 pounds. Okay, great. But the difference is when you set the intention for that. An intention is a specific and actionable plan for what you want to achieve. Intentions are proven to be so powerful, y'all, because they help you focus your attention and your energy on what you want to accomplish, and that they act in a way as a roadmap. So think about when you're on a road trip. We have GPS now, but I'm probably in that last generation of people that know how to read a map. So an intention acts as a roadmap for your actions, guiding you towards your desired outcome, because resolutions can easily, y'all, become vague, unrealistic, And people can fall off quicker when it comes to a resolution, whereas intentions are specific and they are achievable. And because of this, intentions often allow you to make the progress that you need and you want towards your goals. And they make those actions to attain them more meaningful and sustainable. So when you think about an intention, intentions like a resolution are personal, okay? So with setting your intention, they are personal and can be tweaked, tailored, or catered to your needs and your desires. And the outcome of this is that they become a powerful tool for your own personal growth and self discovery. And how do I know this? Because I've set intentions now for the past, I want to say 2 years, clear intentions, and those intentions have come to pass and have led me closer to the next goal that I set out. Because with an intention, you have no choice but to hold yourself accountable in actually getting it done. So you may kind of say to you, okay, that sounds great and all, Alethea, but how do you set intentions? How do you set intentions? Okay. So think about who you are as a person. Um, and think about what you desire or set out for your life in the upcoming year. That's what I like about a new year. Um, is that with the new year, it's almost like out with the old, in with the new. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes people need to kind of leave what's happened in a past year, leave it behind. So, how can I word this? I'm pausing for a purpose. No, you can't erase what's happened in your life. You can't erase what's happened in your life. But what you can do is you can choose to set the intention of creating more of a desired life or outcome that you want. We can't control everything, but I am a firm believer in that our mindset, our perspectives, and our attitude can change a trajectory of how our life goes. Because I have been there. Many of you know my story in terms of just being sometimes so sick where doctors didn't think I was going to make it. But even on my sickest days, I had a clear intention like, no, I'm going to fight this. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to live in spite of. And all of that was based on not just my mindset, but what intentions that I wanted to do for my life. And this was even before I knew what intentions were. So, in terms of steps toward how do you set intentions, and that was just an example, this is what you do, okay? Step one towards setting intentions. And if you need to write this down, please do, okay? Number one is you need to get clear on what you want. Get clear on what you want. If you have a muddied view of what you want for your life, then intention setting will not be as successful for you as it can be. And I also recommend, if this is your first time setting intentions, come up with a list of no more than 3 intentions that you intend to do for the upcoming year in 2024. What are 3 intentions? So, getting clear on what you want means to take some time to reflect on your values and your priorities and to identify what you truly want to achieve. If you do want to exercise more, then you need to have a specific, measurable, and achievable goal behind that intention. So, for example, You say, I want to exercise in 2024. Okay. Specifically, what do you want to do? I want to exercise. That's too broad. What do you mean? I want to be able to make time in my day to exercise for at least 30 minutes 3 times a week. All right. That is specific. You want to exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes. How do you measure that? Very easy. You have the time in there. That's when you take a calendar and you try your best to stick with 3 days that you can do it. So you can say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to set my alarm clock earlier and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to exercise. You want to have this entire goal implemented no later than March 1st. So even if it means that you have to start with 1 day a week exercising, cool. Start with that. Then, so say for all of January, you're doing 1 day a week. February, the first 2 weeks of February, you up it to 2 days a week. The last 2 weeks of February, you're upping it to 3 days in a week of your exercise. And by March 1st, you have implemented that goal. Then you could then take that intention and you could set another intention on top of that. Okay, I've gotten into the habit of exercising 3 times a week for a half hour, but I need to keep it up. So how am I going to do this? Maybe starting on March 1st, I can add on another 10 minutes to my workout and do that until another increment. This is just an example, but you got to get clear on what you want. Seriously, get clear, and you need to write it down. There is power in writing your goals. Write it down. Then on top of writing it down, you need to be able to easily access it. And when I say write it down, it can be in a notebook. It can be on your notes app on your cell phone. It can be on a laptop or a computer, any type of way, but you need to write it down so it's easily accessible. And then from there, you need to look at your goal often. I recommend having it as a part of your daily activity, either before you go to bed or when you first wake up in the morning. Look at your goals and read those goals. Read them aloud. Do what you have to do, but you must get clear on what you want. Then step 2 to setting intentions, visualize the success. Visualize it. This means close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your intention. Visualize it. Because what you visualize can translate and manifest into your reality. And as you're visualizing your intention, think about this question: what does success in that intention area look and feel like? And you want to visualize the positive emotions associated with achieving that intention, such as joy, satisfaction, pride, positive pride, of course, fulfillment. That's what you need to do. Visualize that success of that intention's achievement. Step 3, create an action plan. So I kind of tied this in to step 1, but you can go back and chisel down your intention more. Break down your intention into smaller, actionable steps that can take you towards achieving it, and create a timeline and set deadlines for each. So that action plan is really, really important because it goes in with the specificity of it all, of being specific. But you've got to be able to create a plan to achieve it. And if you even want to, you may be able to get what's called an accountability partner. And an accountability partner, that is a person that you trust to check in with you at a time frame that you choose that works best for both of you, that can check in with you to ask how you're doing with your intention and how are you doing with setting that goal. That is what an accountability partner is. That's what I recommend you doing in addition to that action plan, getting somebody that can hold you accountable. At the beginning of the year, things are fresh and people are excited about the newness, but the accountability partner is going to have to be a person who can keep you excited all year. I can say for 2023, for me, I kept up that new year feeling all year round. Not to say that it was always easy, but just the excitement of it, just knowing I had certain goals to achieve, I kept that same energy all year round. And I had people working as accountability partners, not a lot of people, but some were more informal than others, where they were making sure I was doing certain things. Now, life happens and can get in the way of certain things, but for the at least 3 intentions that you set, make sure that you do your best to keep at them and to achieve them. And that's a good segue into the next step. Step 4, stay committed. Stay committed. This is so important because as you are making your intention visible, there are going to be days when you may not feel like going and doing or executing that intention. And this is where grit and stamina come into play. You've got to will yourself to doing it and to staying committed, even on the days you don't want to. Now, of course, you may have a day of rest if you need a day of rest, but then you might need to substitute. So, like, say, for example, if Wednesday is one of those days that you work out and you just can't do it on that Wednesday, then the discipline part comes in where you say, okay, I've got to do it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday to make up for that missed day during the week. But you must stay committed. What is the importance of staying committed? The importance is that when you stay committed, it is more likely for you to achieve that goal that you have set out. That's why. And then step 5, to setting intentions. Review and adjust as needed, y'all. Regularly look at your progress and make adjustments to your plan if needed, to your action plan. Because perhaps, say again, in this workout analogy, Wednesday is a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is what you chose. But perhaps something has happened in your life where now Fridays are just not feasible, then you need to adjust it. And the adjustment doesn't even necessarily mean deleting a certain day. It might mean that, okay, I'm going to adjust this to get even more specific. Maybe your original goal is too broad for you, and you want to do something that is going to be adjustable based on what you can do. What I want intention setting to be for you, like it has been for me, is something that excites you, not something you see as just an extra check off, not something that weighs you down and makes you not want to do it. It shouldn't feel like that. Setting an intention should really be about, okay, what am I going to be able to do that I set for me that is going to help me personally, help me learn more about myself, but also help me reach my goal, my intended outcome. That's what an intention is. And it is possible for a new year to bring that. We cannot control the things that happen in our life that are out of control. Yes, you heard me well. We cannot control the things in our life that happen that are out of control. But we can choose how we will respond to them. We can choose if we will let the tough times keep us down, or we can move forward with setting clear intentions for our life so that we have our level of success that is according to what we define success as. My intention is going to look different from your intention. Your intention is going to look different from your neighbor's intention because we are individual people. Even if you are a triplet, your intention will look different from your siblings because it's what you desire. Now, maybe you don't want to set intentions. You're like, Lethea, I'm fine. Cool. That's fine. You have your life to live. However, what I'm telling you is, it is that innate power within all of us to have the inclination to want better for our life. And better does not always equal material gains. That can be, of course, it for some, nothing wrong with that. But just about the discovery of who you are as a person and how what you do can help make somebody else's life better. So, as 2023 comes to a close and as we embrace 2024, think about this. What do you want for your life that is different than what it is now in 2023 versus 2024? What is something that you don't want to necessarily repeat or carry into 2024? What dream or goal do you have that you really get excited about, but then you talk yourself out of because it seems so far-fetched or impossible, especially because life has come at you and maybe you had the spark early on and it's gone now? Well, I'm here to tell you that it is still possible. I'm here to tell you to do your best to avoid not believing it. You can still set a clear intention, shift your mindset, and truly bring forth the desired outcome or plan that you want for your life. It's possible because I'm living in that. I'm doing it in various ways. And I would be lying to you if I said it has just happened just like that. No, I would be lying to you if I said that it came easily. But even through the challenges, it is worth it and it doesn't feel laborious or taxing or bad stressful, if that makes sense. Because it's all a part of a bigger plan and a purpose. I hope and pray and desire for you everything wonderful that you seek or even secretly hope for in your life to happen to you. I really want you to enter 2024 knowing that you can still dream, and not only dream, but that you can actually pursue those dreams and achieve them, no matter your age, no matter your socioeconomic status or anything. You can be transformed by the power that is already within you. I love y'all, and I want to thank you for making 2023 absolutely amazing and extraordinary and so special for me. And I look forward to another episode of the Power Transformation Podcast in 2024. Some great things are in store, some absolutely amazing, fabulous guests, and a lot more. So stay tuned with that. We'll close out with our affirmation. I'll say it once, and you repeat it. I am committed to setting clear intentions and taking consistent actions towards achieving my goals. If you enjoyed today's show, then you don't want to miss an episode. So follow the Power Transformation Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you usually listen, and remember to rate and review. I also invite you to connect with me on social media at Alethea Felton. That's at ALETHEAFELTON. Until next time, remember to be good to yourself and to others.